Hello YouTube, it's your boy Crazy Trader here again to say a happy new year to everybody who's listening to me. 2021 was an amazing year and we hope 2022 is going to be better. Okay, I know it was corona and everything was in the system, it was a pandemic year and everything, but when it comes to the financial market, you would all agree with me, 2020 was one of the biggest bull years for investors. Whether you are a pro or whether you are a beginner investor, 2020 was one of the biggest bull markets ever. So we are very grateful to the markets. I mean, for the economy, I mean, I can't say much about it, but for the markets, I mean, it was great. It was really great, and we are very grateful for it. And I think 2021 is going to get better. You can ask me why is it going to get better? Because I just received $600 in my bank account, and I believe I'm going to put all that into stocks, and a lot of people just like me are going to do the same. So there's going to be more money pouring into stocks in the next coming days and in the next coming months, because people have received money and they're going to put it into investing, because people have become smarter now. People are investing money, they're making their money work for them. People are not working for money anymore. Now we're going to make our money work for us. Passive income, that's how we learn, that's how we invest, that's how we make money. So anyways, not to get to you too much, let's talk about a review of my stock portfolio. What have I been holding and trading in 2020 that has made me some good returns? And I'm going to take you through it briefly. I've done some great option plays in 2020. I don't want to go through all of them, but most of the options that I play on stocks that I'm really familiar with. Stocks that I hold already. So it's like Neo, like Apple. These are the stocks that I play a lot of options on them. So stocks that I'm familiar with. So the first stock that I want to talk to you about is a stock that I hold, which has given me the greatest return in my stock portfolio, is Neo. And as you can see, I hold 200 shares of Neo, and I averaged them at 629. That's the average price that I have. So I made about 8,000 on Neo, which is which is a good return, especially for something that I invested about 1,200 or 1,500 on it. I've made 8,500 so far. I haven't sold yet. I don't know if I'm going to sell it or not, but I'm still going to hold for a while. IVR, I have 500 stocks on IVR, and if you know me, I love IVR to death. I'm going to build this position to like 1,000 stocks on it because they pay dividends. Even though I'm down $124, I don't care about this stock. I mean, this stock I'm going to hold for a long time, so I'm going to hold them for a while. So this stock, you can't talk me out of IVR, unless the company goes bankrupt. Okay, so I love this stock so much. This stock I bought when it was it was cheap. I bought it because it was cheap. I haven't done a review on it, so I won't talk much about it, but it has brought me $141 so far, which is good money. So I won't it's not bad. Discover Financial, DFS, the Discover credit cards that all of you guys are holding. Anytime you buy something and you pay interest on it, you know who gets paid? I get paid. So you can spend the money and I get paid. Okay, go spend it and pay the interest. I get paid. I made $1,000 so far, 1,300 so far on Discover. And to be honest, I mean, Discover is right now around $90. I bought it around $42, $43. It's around $90. So I don't expect you to go chasing it. I mean, I think it's got into its peak. But the dividends are also great. So if you want dividends, you can go get it. But without that, if you want it to grow, for now, I don't think it's going to grow that much anymore. But it's a great stock. MFA, just like IVR, I love this stock to death too. I'm going to build a position to 100 or 200, so because I think it's also going to grow. So I'm going to build my position to 100 or 200, and let's see what happens with that. SPHG, this is one of my favorite stocks, if it's not my favorite. These guys pay dividends every month, monthly dividends. So as you can see, there's a plus sign here. I've already been paid my dividends, and it's being reinvested to buy more SPHD, and already I have $139 growth on it. So I mean, I love this stock. You can talk me out of it. Coca-Cola, come on, you know this. You know this. King on the street, king of the dividends. So Coca-Cola is not going anywhere on my stock portfolio. I'm still gonna keep buying Coca-Cola stocks day in and day out when I get the money to buy that. Or so far $137 on Coca-Cola. They pay dividends too, so you should know that. And then JetBlue, I just bought 10 stocks. I made $72 on it. I mean, when the airline industry recovers, JetBlue is gonna do really well, and I'll be holding it for a while. Mort. I'm not going to talk too much about this. I just hold 9 stocks of it, but I'll hold it for a while because I think it's also a great stock. I think it's an ETF. So I haven't done any review about. I'll do a review about this stock, the reason why I bought it, but I think it's a good stock too. Occidental, which is an oil stock. It's also a very good stock, but oil got beating this Corona season, and it's going to recover. So I'm going to hold it for a while. $17 so far on it, which is a good, just 5 stocks, and I made $17, which is good for me. I like it. I love this stock. I'm not going to hold it for too long. I think when it peaks, I'm going to sell it and buy more BP, that is British Petroleum, which I think is also a good stock. They pay dividends and I think they have more room for growth. So I'm going to buy more BP, in the future. Delta Airlines, great stock. We all know Delta Airlines, So 109 so far. The airline industry hasn't even recovered yet. So when it recovers, I'm hoping that this thing goes further, And then United Airlines, the airline industry, all this. So I have JetBlue, Delta, and United. 3 airline companies. I think I have too many airline companies. I'm going to trim them down anyways, but I'll wait for them to all peak before I trim them down. One of them pays dividend. I think Delta or United. I have to look into this. One of them pays dividends, so I'm going to buy the one that pays dividends. But they all have to peak first before I sell, because I'm not going to sell them right now. I'm going to wait for them to peak. DHT is also a good company. I think they're a crude oil trucking company, so they also pay dividends, which is good. And also, it's at a low price. I think $5. I'm down $5 on it. I'm fine. I think I'm going to do a good research on this and maybe build more position on this. Build some more position on this because their dividends are really good. I like it. AT&T, great company. We all know that. AT&T, great company. They pay dividend, and I bought it because of the dividend, not because of its growth. So minus $19, that's fine with me because I'm here because of the dividends, not because of the growth. And I think the dividends is going to do pretty good. So I'm going to buy more of AT&T. KBWD, which is also an ETF, $124 on there. I think they've already paid me dividends. Reinvesting, that's why the plus sign is there. So I'm going to reinvest in here. There's also a good ETF, so you have to look into it. I mean, it's a good stock. I'll make a review on it pretty soon. Blue is a BLU is a pharmaceutical company, which I think is going to grow. I personally think Blue is going to grow. You don't have to listen to me. Do your own due diligence. I'm going to build my position to maybe $200 stocks because it's still cheap. It's still around $2. So I'm going to build my position to maybe 200 stocks, and then I'm going to leave it out there and see if it grows. Aci Albertsons, this is a company that you really want to look into. I'm going to have a review on this, but I don't know when. So you know what? Please go and do your own review on Albertsons. Go and do your own research. Do your own research and look into it and buy some of this company's stock because this company is going to go far. Albertsons owns Safeway. They own Vons. They own a lot of grocery shops and outlets out there in so many states. So you have to look at this company. I'll build my position to 100 stocks. To have a significant amount in there. So, because this company is a great company, and I think they are going to do really well. Albertsons is around $15 or $16. They shouldn't be sitting around $15 or $16. It's a minimum $25 company. So you have to look into it because I'm still building my position, and I'm hoping I get to 100 or 200 stocks. Okay. And here we are with the almighty Apple. I mean, I shouldn't talk about Apple too much. We all know Apple. We all know Apple stocks, and Apple stocks will always do great, whether you like it or not. I'm up $37 on Apple, so that's fine with me. And I'm still going to hold Apple for the long term. Fisker. I have Fisker. Fisker, I'm hoping to build to 100 shares. I'm down $15. I don't mind. Fisker, I think, is a great company, which is going to be a good company in the EV sector. So I think Fisker is going to do well. I've done a few research into them, and I love the company. I love the dynamics of the company, and I think when the company will really start taking off in the last quarter of 2021. So maybe by then it would have gone up way too high for me to buy. So I'm building my position here low, nice and low, so that when it starts going up, I don't touch it anymore. So 100 or 200 stocks of Fisker, and I'll be done with Fisker. Okay, great. This is a review of my portfolio for 2020, and welcome to 2021, all of you. And I hope you guys have a great journey with me. Let's go through 2021 with optimism, with great profits, and let's have a very good market for 2021. Anyways, not to take too much of your time, just if you like what you heard, like the video, tell a friend to tell a friend, and always stay positive. Okay, stay positive. And like I always say, you always got to risk it to get the biscuit. Scared money don't make no money. So stay blessed and stay safe. Peace.